Well, that fucking escalated quickly, didn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Whew. I ain't never seen nothing like this. None of us, I don't think too many of us at least, seen anything like this. Piro, what do you think? Piro ain't seen nothing like it. So, countries are locking down their borders. We're going into a less is more scenario much faster than we had anticipated. So for a little run. I just finished reading a book called Anti-Fragile by Nassim Taleb. And part of my sentiment today, although not directly sourced from there, is relevant nonetheless. These are ideas I had on my own. Some of them are just reignited by Mr. Taleb's words. So what we're going to go in today is something that he calls via negativa. I like the way he said that happened. Wearing my Colombian cowboy hat right now. Via negativa. That the idea of a lot can be accomplished when we go and look what we can do without. Costa Rica's locking down its borders. Panama locked down its borders today too, so the countries around us are pretty much entirely locked up. The thing I think that is most interesting is that this is a big wake-up call. This says to the entire human species, hey guys, we live on a ball of motherfucking ice and rock, right? This moment here is not guaranteed for you. Like, you don't just get to be here. Survival takes effort, it takes suffering, it takes love and devotion, sacrifice. A lot of the things our culture seemingly is totally fucking forgotten about. So, instead of going to work, instead of going to your normally daily life, we're being interrupted. This broadcast is being interrupted to help redefine a new reality. That's at least what it feels like. You know, we forget that we live on a ball of ice and rock flying through space at unimaginable speeds. That the opportunity to be here and exist is a miracle unto itself. This cacophony of taste, of flavor, of sound, of touch, this blessing is going to require a deep sense of presence. You know, as we were building the Arcane Bear, talking about supply chain collapse, what that would look like. It could have been anything. We knew it could have been a war, just economic collapse and failure unto itself from pure stupidity. Pandemic, or a solar flare, or an asteroid. Any number of black swans are still flying in the motherfucking sky. The unknowns that can just wipe us off the face of this planet. And we got comfortable. We started to think every day, hey, look how luxurious I can be. Instead of realizing how luxurious this is. When you take that moment and you realize now is the time to start removing things from your life that maybe aren't as necessary as you thought, or as important. It's a hard line between those who we care about and acting like retards. People that are sharing memes on the internet right now about a fake coronavirus or some shit. Like, if you don't know anyone yet, I've seen people make this post like, does anybody actually know anybody with COVID-19? It's like, you will. And that's not what we wanted. We wanted to keep it so that you never fucking knew anyone with that disease. That would have been nice. Nope. Instead, people say, oh, it's not worse than the flu. Somehow, we took a lackadaisical approach. We decided to move slowly, ambiguously, and not realize that the swan had already landed. The black motherfucker was like cleaning under its wings, sitting by the pool, and people were like, cool, there's a black swan. Haven't seen one of those before. We already knew they fucking existed. Like, you don't have to do too much research in any particular field of study to know that they exist. The frequency of them compared to the, you know, the white swan, significantly less. Right, we got used to that comfortable behavior. Anyways, I want to take this time out. I know most of the people that listen, like, you guys aren't the people that are sharing those memes. You guys are not the people that just think that this shit's a hoax. And it's important to be well prepared. But I think the preparations that people need to take is to, you know, focus on what you love doing. If you wanted to play an instrument and you've got it, now's a great time to do so. If you want to go on more walks, if you're allowed to do so in the country that you're in. I'm behind a 30-foot tall gate with a guard tower on acres of property with tens of thousands of liters of water and a private well. A dog, this motherfucker can wake me up anytime something's coming my way. And I've got one heck of a machete. My neighbors, my community here, they're all well armed. Somehow it seems like we knew this. You know, only 15 years ago, most of the people that live around here had to drive through like 6 rivers because there was no paved road. A lot of the locals, like my gardener, they know the foods that you can eat, all the wild grasses, sugarcane, all the different ways you can use the plants around you to survive from making fires. They're simple things. I pray to God it doesn't get that bad. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in unprecedented territory. This is likely not just a recession. This is likely a total systemic collapse. And that's what I'm worried about. So let's pray that people figure this out soon enough. That this moment on this ball of ice and rock itself is a motherfucking miracle. And we got here because of all of the strong people who survived, all the brilliant ideas that got us here. And that is through excessive error. Our immortality does not come from my body living forever. It comes from consciousness constantly shedding the skin of failure and failure and failure to find its stability of success, to be here where we are, to be grateful for the fact that it took so many iterations to have what is so profound right in front of us. And we had forgotten. Now is the time to remember. You can live with less. You can enjoy the simple things, the sunsets, the way the clouds move. You know, I've seen a lot of really positive videos. The people in Italy were going out on their balconies and some were DJing and others were dancing. It was beautiful. So what we're going to do is I want to thank all the Private Bear Den members. We are going to start doing private Zoom like hangouts, maybe once every Thursday or Friday. We can share ideas, let each other know what's going on in their local areas, how things are going. If there's any tips or tricks we might want to share, which I believe there will be many of that we might need to source and share together. I will produce videos for as long as there is internet and electricity, although I cannot guarantee that those will stay running. So again, let's pray that we figure this out and remember the voice of this message, this broadcast interruption. Oh, there's life all around us. I think I just heard some boar. Pierre, was that boar over there? I think we have some boar. I'm going to leave you guys off. What kind of animal is that? If I all of a sudden get eaten by like a lion right now, that's not a lion, a jaguar, that's what we have here. This is going to be a great video. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Probably boar or deer. Jaguars usually hunt at night when the boar and deer can't see all that motherfucking well. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys off with a beautiful image of this road as I continue to walk along my way. Thank you all for joining us. This is Tia with the Arcane Bear. Sending you all loves, blessings. Remember to tell all your family that you love them. These are very, very interesting and important times. So I'm just gonna prop the camera up here with a rock. Don't need a tripod. No, that's right. A rock pod. There we go. Well, if you made it this far, thank you. I've made it to the top of the ridgeline of the estate here. And I'm just going to leave you guys out with the sunset so you can enjoy some of the peacefulness I'm taking in here. beautiful sunset. Give us those thumbs up if you like this content. Leave your comments and questions down below if you like these sunset things. We'll provide you more of this jungle time. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. We'll see you again tomorrow.